Yo, this is the Egyptian Lover. I'm here with Splice, taking my first sample pack at Sound Factory with the Signal Path label, and I'm excited to get started to give you this 808 boom, straight from the real 808, baby. Yo, I first got started in music back in 1978. A friend of mine named Snake Puppy said, let's see who can make the best mixtape. I went home, I had my boombox, and I was recording songs from the radio. And my brother walked in the house and said, what are you doing? I said, I'm waiting for the song to come on again so I can extend the breakdown. He says, why don't you just buy the 45? So I went to the record store with like $10, about 10 45s. And I just made pause button mixtapes of those 10 45s with extended breakdowns and extended intros. And I brought the mixtape onto the bus and they put it on the boombox. And everybody loved it. That's how I got started in making mixtapes from my high school. And pretty soon, Rappers Delight came out. Bang, bang, the boogie to the boogie, say up. So I put that on the mixtape. And they said, we need more rap. I said, there is no more rap. So I actually made one on the mixtape. And that's how I got started in writing rhymes and making rap music. And then one day, I discovered the 808. When I first got my 808, I think it was around 1983. And I was doing parties with Uncle Jamm's Army. We did a party at the LA Sports Arena. And I brought the 808. I was so scared to play the 808 live. So I was playing Planet Rock. And I suddenly just stopped Planet Rock and played the 808 drum machine. And all 10,000 party people kept dancing. People were screaming out, what record are you playing? What record are you playing? And I was like, it's a drum machine. And right then and there, I knew this drum machine can make them dance all by itself. So to this very day, 40-something years later, I'm still rocking parties with the 808 drum machine at parties and clubs and festivals, and it's amazing. The sound of this 808 drum machine through those speakers, you can't be beat. Man, just being here, home in LA, I'm so excited to be here today at the Sound Factory, giving you the old West Coast sounds from your West Coast pioneer, the Egyptian Lover. I mean, I got all my equipment set up in the next room. I got the SH-808 custom. I got the gold 808. I got the vocoder with the robotic voice. Splice. My sound is an old school electro sound. I guess you can call it electro. It's old school, but it's also futuristic. Like if you were in Star Wars at that Mos Eisley club, this is the kind of sounds you would hear. This toyish cowbell, snare, a big bass boom, boom, little tin hi-hats, rim shots, little thin toms. This is the electronic post sound that we discovered by accident. And it created a brand new thing for me. So one time we're in the studio and the engineer tells the second engineer to plug every output for the 808 so we can start the beat. And we're listening to the sounds and all of a sudden I hear this click. And I said, where's that sound coming from? He said, your 808. I said, that sound's not coming from my 808. He says, yes. We started plugging everything. And then we got to this one. We found out it was the accent. It was an accent triggered out to make the sounds bigger, but you can actually program a melody, a pattern to it. So we EQ'd it, turned all the bass down. And man, I put that in my song. And it was like, that was the Egyptian Lover sound. It was created right there. And when I put that on Egypt, it was nothing else like it in the world. It was like, wow, this is me. I found a sound. When I started out, all I had was the 808. So I learned everything about this 808. I mean, I've learned so much with it, with the accent coming out and different programs and how to speed it up, slow it down. I became the king of the 808. So having 20 instruments or having one or two, just learn that instrument. If you learn that instrument, you don't need a whole bunch of instruments. Just become the master of that one instrument or that two instruments. And then you can create anything with what you have. So it's not as much as you have, it's how much you know with what you have. Learn everything about that one, change it up to make it yours, your sounds, your style, and produce with that, and you become that producer. Thanks for tuning in. This is Egyptian Lover. About to throw down with Splice. Check out the sample packs. It can be in your library. Don't miss out, baby.